Life is not ignoring you, even if tonight it feels like every door has gone quiet. It is preparing the right door, the one your tired heart cannot see yet, the one that does not need to be forced, chased, begged for, or opened with fear. And if a part of you has been asking, why is nothing happening for me? Take a slow breath now. Let your shoulders drop. Let your chest soften. You are not here by mistake. These words are finding you in the quiet space where your soul has been waiting to be comforted. Maybe you have been standing in front of a closed door for a long time. Maybe you knocked with hope at first, then you knocked with worry, then you knocked with tears. And after a while, the silence began to feel personal. It began to feel like life had moved on without you. Like your prayers were floating somewhere with no answer. Like other people were being chosen while you were still standing there, trying to understand why your moment had not arrived. But listen gently. A closed door is not always rejection. Sometimes it is protection. Sometimes it is redirection. Sometimes it is life saying, not this one, not this way, not at the cost of your peace. Sometimes the door you wanted was too small for the person you are becoming. Sometimes it looked right from far away, but it could not hold your softness, your growth, your truth, your future. So breathe. You do not need to understand everything tonight. You do not need to make the silence mean you are unloved. You do not need to turn a delay into a story about your worth. There is a quiet wisdom moving beneath the surface of your life. It may not speak loudly. It may not explain itself right away, but it is there. Like roots growing under the earth before anything green appears. Like a tide gathering far out at sea before it reaches the shore. Like a key being shaped slowly in the dark before it fits the lock. And if a part of you is wondering whether these words are really for you, yes, they are. You are not here by accident. You are here because some part of you is ready to stop feeling ignored by life and begin feeling held by it. Life is not ignoring you. It is preparing the right door. And tonight, you can stop fighting the hallway. You can breathe here. You can rest here. You can remember that nothing about you has been forgotten. I know it can hurt when you are doing your best and still nothing seems to change. You try to stay hopeful. You try to trust the timing. You try to tell yourself that something good is coming. But some nights your heart feels tired of being strong. Some mornings you wake up and the same question is still sitting beside you. When will it be my turn? And you may not say it out loud, but deep inside you feel it. You feel the ache of waiting. You feel the weight of trying to believe when there is no proof yet. You feel the quiet pain of watching other doors open for other people while yours still seems closed. It is okay to feel that. You do not have to pretend that waiting is easy. You do not have to cover your sadness with perfect words. You do not have to act like you are fine when your spirit is asking for comfort. There is nothing wrong with you because you feel tired. There is nothing wrong with you because you have questions. You are human. You have a heart. And your heart has been hoping for something real. Maybe you have been waiting for peace, waiting for love, waiting for a new beginning, waiting for clarity, waiting for the right work, the right answer, the right sign, the right support, the right feeling inside your own body. Maybe you have been waiting to feel safe again, waiting to feel chosen by life again, waiting to feel like your path is not just a long hallway with no light at the end. But what if the hallway is not empty? What if something is being prepared where you cannot see it yet? What if the door is not late but still being shaped for who you are becoming? Take a moment right now and ask yourself softly, when was the last time you truly gave yourself permission to rest while life was still unfinished? Not rest after everything is solved. Not rest when the door finally opens. But rest here, in the middle, in the waiting, in the unknown, in this breath. Because maybe you have been trying to earn rest by getting answers first. Maybe you have been telling yourself, I will relax when I know. I will breathe when I see proof. I will feel safe when life gives me the result. But your heart needs tenderness before the answer comes. Your body needs softness before the door opens. Your soul needs to know that it does not have to hold its breath just because the next step is not visible yet. You are allowed to be comforted before the outcome arrives. You are allowed to feel loved before everything changes. You are allowed to stop blaming yourself for the door that did not open. There are doors you were never meant to force. There are places that could only receive the older version of you, not the one you are becoming now. There are paths that looked beautiful but would have asked you to shrink. There are answers that would have come too soon and kept you from growing into the strength you needed. And there are quiet delays that are not here to hurt you, but to protect the part of you that still wants to choose from fear. Maybe life is not saying no. Maybe life is saying, not the wrong door. Maybe life is saying, wait until your peace can walk with you. Maybe life is saying, I am preparing something that will not require you to abandon yourself to receive it. Let those words move slowly through you. You do not have to force yourself to believe them all at once. Just let them sit beside you like a warm blanket. Let them be possible. Let the idea be gentle. Life may be kinder than your fear has been telling you. The silence may not be absence. The delay may not be punishment. The closed door may not be the end. You are still being guided. You are still being held. You are still allowed to begin again. And tonight, you do not have to knock with panic anymore. You can place both hands over your heart, breathe softly, and say, I am safe in this waiting. I am loved in this hallway. I am being prepared for the door that carries peace. I am not forgotten by life. Let that sentence be gentle inside you. Do not rush past it. Let it land softly in the places where you have felt unseen. I am not forgotten by life. Even when the answer is quiet, even when the path is slow, even when I cannot see what is being prepared for me, I am not forgotten. I am not lost in the crowd. I am not hidden from the love that knows how to find me. Breathe slowly. You may have believed that silence meant nothing was happening, but silence can also be a sacred room where life is putting things in order. I am not forgotten by life. I am being remembered in ways I cannot yet measure. I am being cared for in ways my eyes may not yet understand. I am being held by something kind, even now. I am safe while the right door is being prepared. Say it softly in your own heart. I am safe while the right door is being prepared. You do not have to stand at the door with your body tight and your breath small. You do not have to keep checking the handle. You do not have to keep asking, is it now? Is it now? Is it now? You can breathe. You can loosen your hands. You can let your shoulders fall. You are safe while the right door is being prepared. Maybe the door is not delayed because you are wrong. Maybe it is being made ready because you are valuable. Maybe life is clearing the floor before you enter. Maybe life is removing what would disturb your peace. Maybe life is making space for something that will meet you with more gentleness than the door you first wanted. I am safe while the right door is being prepared. I can wait without losing myself. I do not need to force the wrong door. Let this one move through the body. I do not need to force the wrong door. If I have to break myself to enter, it is not my door. If I have to beg to be welcomed, it is not my door. If I have to silence my truth, leave my peace, shrink my heart, or forget my worth, it is not my door. I do not need to force the wrong door. You may have tried so hard before. You may have held on to something because you thought there would be nothing else. You may have stood too long in front of a door that only gave you confusion. But now, gently, you can step back. You can breathe. You can say, I release what asks me to fight for my own peace. I do not need to force the wrong door. The right door will not require me to abandon myself. I am allowed to rest in the hallway. This is a tender truth. I am allowed to rest in the hallway. You do not have to turn this season into a punishment. You do not have to spend every moment trying to escape where you are. The hallway can hold you too. The space between what ended and what begins can still be holy. It can still be soft. It can still teach you how to breathe again. Rest your heart for a moment. Rest your need to know. Rest the old pressure to prove that you are moving fast enough. I am allowed to rest in the hallway. I am allowed to be cared for while I wait. I am allowed to be peaceful before the door opens. The hallway is not my failure. The hallway is where my spirit learns to trust again. My worth is not measured by speed. Say this slowly. My worth is not measured by speed. You are not more worthy when things happen quickly. You are not less worthy because something takes time. A seed beneath the ground is not failing because no one sees it yet. A river is not failing because it bends. A bird is not failing because it rests before it flies. And you are not failing because your path is unfolding slowly. My worth is not measured by speed. My life does not have to look like anyone else's life. My timing does not have to match anyone else's timing. My heart does not need to rush to prove it deserves love. I am worthy now, in this breath, before the next door opens, before the answer comes, before anything outside me changes. I can breathe while the next step forms. Let this be simple. I can breathe while the next step forms. You do not need to hold your breath until life explains itself. You do not need to tighten your body around every unanswered question. The next step can form while you breathe. The answer can come while you soften. The door can be prepared while you rest. Breathe in gently. Let the breath be enough for this moment. Breathe out slowly. Let the body know it does not have to solve everything tonight. I can breathe while the next step forms. I can breathe without knowing the whole path. I can breathe in the quiet. I can breathe in the waiting. I can breathe and still be moving with life. Something kind is still possible for me. If your heart has been hurt, this may feel in key a brave sentence. Something kind is still possible for me. Not because everything has been easy, not because every door has opened, not because every person understood you, but because your story is not finished, because life still has ways to reach you, because goodness can arrive through doors you did not know existed. Something kind is still possible for me. Let the word kind soften your chest. Not something harsh, not something that makes you chase, not something that pulls you away from yourself. Something kind, something steady, something that meets your heart with care, something that feels like peace instead of panic. Something kind is still possible for me. I am being guided away from what cannot hold me. This affirmation may bring relief. I am being guided away from what cannot hold me. Not every closed door is loss. Sometimes a closed door is life's gentle hand turning you toward what will not break your spirit. Sometimes what did not work was protecting you from a smaller life. Sometimes what left was making room for something more honest. I am being guided away from what cannot hold me. I do not need to chase what keeps dropping my heart. I do not need to return to places where my peace cannot breathe. I do not need to call rejection my home. I am being guided away with love. I am being guided toward what has space for my whole self. It is safe for me to stop blaming myself. Say it with tenderness. It is safe for me to stop blaming myself. Maybe you have been thinking, what did I do wrong? Why did it not happen? Why did they leave? Why did that door close? Why am I still waiting? And maybe your mind has been searching for a reason to turn against you. But tonight, you can put that down. It is safe for me to stop blaming myself. Not every delay is your fault. Not every ending means you failed. Not every silence means you were not enough. You do not have to make pain into proof that something is wrong with you. You can let life be more complex than blame. You can let your heart breathe. It is safe for me to stop blaming myself. I am loved even when life is quiet. Let this one become warm inside you. I am loved even when life is quiet. Love is not only present when the answer arrives. Love is not only real when things move quickly. Love is not only near when you feel certain. You are loved in the quiet too. You are loved when your hands are empty. You are loved when you do not know what happens next. I am loved even when life is quiet. I am loved in the slow morning. I am loved in the long night. I am loved in the moments when I have no words left. I am loved when I am healing. I am loved when I am waiting. I am loved before the door opens. I am loved right here. The right door will not make me lose myself. This is important. The right door will not make me lose myself. The right door will not demand that you become smaller. It will not ask you to hide your softness. It will not require you to trade peace, fee, or approval. It will not make your body live in fear. It will not teach you that love must feel like chasing. The right door will not make me lose myself. The right door will feel honest. It may still ask for courage, but not self-abandonment. It may ask you to grow, but not disappear. It may stretch you, but it will not crush your spirit. The right door will have room for your breath. It will have room for your truth. It will have room for the person you are becoming. I release the fear that I have been left behind. Say it slowly. I release the fear that I have been left behind. Maybe it has felt that way. Maybe you have watched others step into their next chapter while you were still waiting for yours. Maybe comparison has made your heart ache. But your life is not a race you are losing. Your path has its own sacred rhythm. I release the fear that I have been left behind. I do not need to compare my hallway to someone else's open door. I do not need to measure my progress by another person's timing. I am not late for the life that belongs to me. I am not behind in the eyes of love. I am moving with the rhythm that knows me. I trust the quiet work happening beneath the surface. Let this image enter softly. I trust the quiet work happening beneath the surface. Roots do not ask the world to clap while they grow. They move in the dark. They reach deeper. They hold the future tree before anyone sees the leaves. In the same way, something inside you may be growing quietly. Strength, patience, self-respect, peace, clarity, a new kind of courage. I trust the quiet work happening beneath the surface. I do not need to see every change to believe change is possible. I do not need proof in every moment. I can trust what is forming in hidden places. My life may be preparing something steady. My heart may be becoming ready. My spirit may be learning to receive without fear. I am allowed to be in progress. Breathe into this. I am allowed to be in progress. You do not have to be finished to be loved. You do not have to be perfectly calm to be worthy of peace. You do not have to have every answer to take one gentle step. You are allowed to be learning. You are allowed to be soft and strong at the same time. I am allowed to be in progress. I can be healing and still be worthy. I can be uncertain and still be guided. I can be tired and still be growing. I can be waiting and still be loved. I can be becoming slowly, gently, honestly. I am allowed to be in progress. I welcome the door that carries peace. Say it as an invitation. I welcome the door that carries peace. Not just any door, not the loudest door, not the door that feeds my fear, not the door I have to chase until I forget myself. I welcome the door that carries peace, the one that does not pull me into old panic, the one that feels like a deeper breath. I welcome the door that carries peace. I welcome the path that honors my heart. I welcome the opportunity that allows me to stand in my worth. I welcome the connection that feels calm and kind. I welcome the next step that does not require me to become someone I am not. I welcome the door that carries peace, and I trust that I will know it by how my spirit can breathe. I can stop knocking on what keeps hurting me. Let this be honest. I can stop knocking on what keeps hurting me. Sometimes the hardest door to leave is the one we wanted most. Sometimes we keep returning because we think one more knock will finally change everything. But your heart is precious. Your energy is sacred. Your peace matters. I can stop knocking on what keeps hurting me. I can step away without hate. I can release without anger. I can say, this door is not mine, and still bless the lessons it gave me. I can choose peace without needing a perfect explanation. I can stop asking a closed door to become my home. Life can reach me in ways I have not imagined. This is a gentle opening. Life can reach me in ways I have not imagined. The mind often thinks it knows the only way. It says, it must happen through this person, this job, this path, this timing, this plan. But life is wider than the mind. Life has side doors, quiet doors, hidden doors, doors that appear after you stop staring at the old one. Life can reach me in ways I have not imagined. Support can come through unexpected kindness. Clarity can come through stillness. Peace can come through release. A new beginning can come through something that first looked like an ending. I do not need to control every doorway. I can stay open to the good I have not yet pictured. I am safe to let go of the door that did not open. Say this with care. I am safe to let go of the door that did not open. You may still feel sadness. You may still wonder why. You may still remember how much you hoped. Let all of that be held softly. Letting go does not mean it did not matter. Letting go means your heart deserves freedom. I am safe to let go of the door that did not open. I can bless what I wanted and still make room for what is right. I can release the shape I expected and allow life to surprise me with something kinder. I can take my hands off the handle. I can step back. I can breathe again. I am safe to let go. I am being prepared for something that fits my soul. Let this one be deep. I am being prepared for something that fits my soul, not something that only looks good, not something that impresses others while emptying you inside, not something that brings noise but no peace, something that fits your soul, something that feels aligned with the person you are becoming. I am being prepared for something that fits my soul. My patience is not wasted. My lessons are not wasted. My tears are not wasted. My healing is not wasted. The gentle strength I am learning now may be exactly what I need for the door ahead. The self-respect I am building now may be the key. The peace I am choosing now may be the sign that I am ready. I do not need to rush what is being lovingly arranged. Say it like a lullaby to your nervous system. I do not need to rush what is being lovingly arranged. Rushing does not make the right door open faster. Panic does not make peace arrive sooner. Pressure does not make the path clearer. Sometimes rushing only makes the body tired and the heart confused. I do not need to rush what is being lovingly arranged. I can move gently. I can take wise steps without fear leading me. I can listen. I can breathe. I can trust that not everything needs to be forced. What is right for my peace does not need to be grabbed with desperation. What is meant to support my growth can meet me in steady timing. I am allowed to feel hope again. This may be tender. I am allowed to feel hope again. Maybe hope has hurt before. Maybe you opened your heart and things did not turn out the way you prayed. Maybe a part of you decided it was safer to expect less, safer not to believe, safer not to dream. But hope does not have to be loud. It can be small. It can be quiet. It can begin like one candle in a dark room. I am allowed to feel hope again. Not forced hope. Not fake hope. Not hope that denies pain. Gentle hope. Soft hope. The kind that says, maybe life is not finished with me yet. The kind that says, maybe there is another door. The kind that says, maybe I can rest and still receive. I am allowed to feel hope again. My heart is safe in this moment. Bring your attention to now. My heart is safe in this moment. Not tomorrow, not the whole future, just this moment, this breath, this room, this soft place inside. Your mind may want to run ahead and check every possibility, but your heart can return here. Here is where you can soften. Here is where you can be kind to yourself. My heart is safe in this moment. I do not have to solve my whole life right now. I do not have to know every answer right now. I do not have to carry every fear right now. I can place one hand on my heart and say, you are safe enough to breathe. You are safe enough to rest. You are safe enough to be loved. I choose peace over panic, one breath at a time. Say it gently. I choose peace over panic, one breath at a time. Not all at once, not perfectly. Not by pretending fear is not there. Just one breath, then another, then another. Every breath can become a small return to yourself. Every exhale can release a little more pressure. I choose peace over panic, one breath at a time. When my mind says hurry, I breathe. When my fear says nothing is happening, I breathe. When my heart feels tired of waiting, I breathe. I do not have to become peaceful instantly. I only need to choose the next gentle breath. Peace can find me slowly. Peace can grow in me softly. I am not being punished by the pause. Let this undo an old fear. I am not being punished by the pause. The pause can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like nothing is moving. It can feel like life Rest stop and forgot to press play again. But a pause can also be sacred. A pause can help you hear your own heart. A pause can help you stop choosing from fear. A pause can make space for the right door. I am not being punished by the pause. I am being invited to listen. I am being invited to breathe. I am being invited to stop running toward what cannot hold me. I am being invited to become honest with myself. The pause is not my enemy. The pause can be a soft place where I return to my own spirit. I trust the door that opens without stealing my peace. Say this like a promise to yourself. I trust the door that opens without stealing my peace. A door can look exciting and still drain you. A door can look impressive and still make you small. A door can look like success and still ask too much of your heart. But the right door carries a different feeling. It may still be new. It may still ask for courage, but it will not make you leave yourself outside. I trust the door that opens without stealing my peace. I trust the path that allows me to breathe. I trust the connection that honors my softness. I trust the opportunity that respects my energy. I trust the next step that does not require panic as proof that I care. I trust peace as a sign. I trust my body's quiet knowing. I trust the door that opens with calm strength. I am safe to receive what is truly meant for me. Let your hands soften. I am safe to receive what is truly meant for me. Sometimes receiving can feel unfamiliar. Sometimes good things can make the body nervous because peace has not felt normal for a long time. But you can learn to receive slowly. You can let life be kind without pushing it away. You can allow support without guilt. You can let love meet you without fear. I am safe to receive what is truly meant for me. I do not need to earn love by suffering. I do not need to prove my worth by overgiving. I do not need to struggle to deserve a gentle door. I am allowed to receive with an open heart. I am allowed to be supported. I am allowed to let good come closer. The waiting is shaping my inner strength. This is not about pretending waiting is easy. It is about giving meaning to what has felt heavy. The waiting is shaping my inner strength. It is teaching me patience without making me passive. It is teaching me trust without making me blind. It is teaching me to listen to my own heart. It is teaching me not to sell my peace for quick answers. The waiting is shaping my inner strength. I am learning to stand without chasing. I am learning to breathe without proof. I am learning to love myself before the outcome arrives. I am learning to stop choosing doors just because they open quickly. I am learning that the right door is not always the fastest door. Sometimes the right door is the one that waits until I am ready to enter whole. I am loved in the space between answers. Say this when the unknown feels wide. I am loved in the space between answers. You do not lose love just because you do not have clarity yet. You do not lose guidance just because the map is not complete. You do not lose your place in life just because you are between chapters. The space between answers can still hold grace. I am loved in the space between answers. I am loved when I do not know. I am loved when I am tired. I am loved when I am growing slowly. I am loved when I cannot explain my own season. I am loved without having to turn my life into something neat and easy to understand. I am loved here, in the middle, before the next door opens. I do not need to prove I deserve a new beginning. Let this be soft. I do not need to prove I deserve a new beginning. New beginnings are not only for people who never struggled. They are not only for people who always knew what to do. They are not only for people who never made mistakes. New beginnings are for hearts that are willing to rise gently, for souls that are ready to choose a kinder way, for you. I do not need to prove I deserve a new beginning. I can begin with shaky hands. I can begin with tears still drying. I can begin while I am still learning. I can begin before I feel fully ready. The right door does not require a perfect past. It asks for a willing heart, and my heart is willing to be guided into what is kind. I allow the wrong doors to close with grace. This is a release. I allow the wrong doors to close with grace. You do not need to hold every door open. You do not need to keep pushing into spaces that have no room for your becoming. Some doors can close quietly. Some endings can be blessed and released. Some paths can be honored and left behind. I allow the wrong doors to close with grace. I release the need to understand every closing. I release the need to fight every ending. I release the fear that nothing better can come. If a door closes, I can breathe. If a plan changes, I can listen. If something leaves, I can remain open to what life is making space for. I am learning to trust my peace. Say this as if your peace is a wise friend. I am learning to trust my peace. Not every answer comes through noise. Sometimes the body knows before the mind has words. Sometimes your breath tells you what your fear tries to hide. Sometimes peace is the quiet yes. Sometimes tightness is the gentle no. You are allowed to listen. I am learning to trust my peace. I do not need to explain every feeling immediately. I do not need to make choices from pressure. I can pause. I can place a hand on my heart. I can ask, does this door make room for my truth? I am learning to trust the calm place inside me. I am learning that peace is not weakness. Peace is guidance. I am becoming ready in ways I cannot yet see. Let this encourage the hidden parts of you. I am becoming ready in ways I cannot yet see. Every time you choose not to chase, you are becoming ready. Every time you speak to yourself with kindness, you are becoming ready. Every time you rest instead of punishing yourself, you are becoming ready. Every time you say no to what harms your peace, you are becoming ready. I am becoming ready in ways I cannot yet see. My inner world is changing. My heart is learning. My spirit is growing roots. My breath is remembering softness. I may not see the full shape of my next chapter, but I can trust that something in me is preparing to meet it with more love. The right door will meet the version of me who no longer begs. This is strong but gentle. The right door will meet the version of me who no longer begs. Not because you become cold, not because you stop caring, but because you remember your worth. You remember that love does not require begging. Peace does not require chasing. A true opening does not ask you to trade yourself for entrance. The right door will meet the version of me who no longer begs. I can stand in softness and dignity. I can want something without worshiping it. I can desire a new beginning without losing myself in the waiting. I can open my heart without handing away my power. I am learning to receive without begging. I am safe to be unseen for a little while without feeling unloved. This one may touch a deep place. I am safe to be unseen for a little while without feeling unloved. Sometimes growth happens quietly. Sometimes the most important healing is not visible to anyone else. Sometimes no one claps while your heart learns to breathe again. But that does not mean your progress is not real. I am safe to be unseen for a little while without feeling unloved. I do not need constant proof to know I matter. I do not need applause to know I am growing. I do not need the world to notice every tender step. Life sees the quiet courage. Life sees the way I keep choosing breath. Life sees the way I am still here. I let my body soften around the unknown. Bring the attention back to the body. I let my body soften around the unknown. The unknown does not have to live in your shoulders. It does not have to sit in your jaw. It does not have to tighten your stomach. You can be uncertain and still let your body rest. You can have questions and still unclench your hands. I let my body soften around the unknown. My feet can relax. My legs can grow heavy. My belly can release. My face can soften. My heart can stop bracing for pain. The unknown is not always danger. Sometimes the unknown is where the right door is being prepared. I let my body soften while life unfolds. I am not running out of time for what is meant for me. Say this with deep kindness. I am not running out of time for what is meant for me. Fear loves to say, too late. Fear loves to compare ages, timelines, achievements, relationships, bodies, homes, careers, and dreams. But life does not only move on the schedule fear understands. Life can open new doors in quiet and surprising ways. I am not running out of time for what is meant for me. I do not need to panic my way into the future. I do know that need to punish myself for the years that taught me. I do not need to believe that a delay has stolen my chance. What is aligned with my soul can still find me. What carries peace can still open. I am not too late to be met by life. I give myself permission to stop watching the old door. Let this be freedom. I give myself permission to stop watching the old door. You do not have to keep staring at what did not open. You do not have to keep reading the silence. You do not have to keep asking the past for a future it cannot give you. Your eyes can turn. your heart can open to another direction. I give myself permission to stop watching the old door. I can bless it. I can thank it for what it taught me. I can stop waiting for it to become something it is not. I can turn toward the quiet space where life is preparing something new. My attention is precious. My energy is precious. My heart is precious. I choose where I place them. I am held by life, even here. This is a simple one. I am held by life, even here. Not only when everything is clear, not only when I feel strong, not only when my prayers are answered in the way I expected, even here, in the waiting, in the uncertainty, in the soft ache, in the slow becoming. I am held by life, even here. Let those words repeat gently. I am held by life, even here. I am held when I breathe. I am held when I rest. I am held when I do not know. I am held when I am learning to trust again. I am held in the hallway. I am held before the door. I am held by a kindness deeper than my fear. My next door does not need my panic to find me. Let this give your nervous system permission to rest. My next door does not need my panic to find me. You do not need to be tense to be ready. You do not need to worry to prove you care. You do not need to overthink every possible outcome. The right door is not attracted by your panic. It is recognized more clearly through your peace. My next door does not need my panic to find me. I can prepare calmly. I can listen quietly. I can take one small step when it is time. I can live today instead of gripping tomorrow. I can trust that what is right for me does not require me to destroy my inner peace before it arrives. I trust that life knows the door I cannot see yet. Say it slowly. I trust that life knows the door I cannot see yet. Your eyes see what is in front of you. Your fear sees what has happened before. But life may see a wider path. Life may know the opening hidden around the corner. Life may be preparing something your mind has not named yet. I trust that life knows the door I cannot see yet. I do not need to see every detail to be guided. I do not need to understand every turn to be safe. I do not need to control every path to receive good. I can let life be wider than my plan. I can let goodness arrive in a shape I did not expect. I am safe to be patient with my own becoming. This is soft and important. I am safe to be patient with my own becoming. You have been through things that asked a lot of you. You have carried thoughts no one saw. You have survived days that felt heavy. So speak kindly to the part of you that is still learning how to trust. Speak gently to the part of you that wants to hurry because it is afraid. I am safe to be patient with my own becoming. I do not shame myself for needing time. I do not rush my heart into peace. I do not demand instant strength. I grow in small, honest ways. I return to myself one breath at a time. I become ready through love, not pressure. I am worthy of a door that feels like peace. Let this be a deep truth. I am worthy of a door that feels like peace. You are not only worthy of what is available, you are not only worthy of what accepts you halfway. You are not only worthy of a door that opens but leaves you anxious. You are worthy of a door that feels like peace, a door where your heart can breathe, a door where your truth has room. I am worthy of a door that feels like peace. I am worthy before I achieve more. I am worthy before I fix every part of my life. I am worthy before anyone else sees it. I am worthy because I am here. I am worthy because my heart matters. I am worthy because I am life expressing itself in a tender and unique way. I release the need to understand the delay tonight. Say this if your mind is tired. I release the need to understand the delay tonight. You do not have to figure it all out before you rest. You do not have to turn every silence into a puzzle. You do not have to keep searching for hidden meanings until your body is exhausted. Tonight, you can let the questions sleep. I release the need to understand the delay tonight. If understanding comes, it can come gently. If clarity comes, it can come in peace. I do not need to force wisdom from a tired mind. I can rest before the answer. I can be loved before the explanation. I can let tonight be a place of comfort. My spirit knows how to wait without closing. This is a beautiful practice. My spirit knows how to wait without closing. You can wait without becoming bitter. You can wait without deciding nothing good will happen. You can wait without shutting every window of hope. You can wait with softness. You can wait with breath. You can wait with a heart that is still open, even if only a little. My spirit knows how to wait without closing. I can be patient and still alive inside. I can be quiet and still hopeful. I can be careful and still receptive. I can let my heart stay tender without giving it away to every door. I can stay open to the right thing in the right way at the right time. I am protected from what cannot grow with me. Let this bring relief. I am protected from what cannot grow with me. There are things that may have looked like blessings from far away, but they could not grow with the real you. There are spaces that wanted the old version of you, the smaller version, the version that said ye is when the soul meant no. But you are not that person in the same way anymore. I am protected from what cannot grow with me. I am protected from doors that would keep me repeating old pain. I am protected from rooms where my peace would not survive. I am protected from choices made only from fear. Life can love me enough to close what my wounded heart would have forced open. I trust the gentle timing of my life. Say it again and again in a soft way. I trust the gentle timing of my life, not the fearful timing, not the rushed timing, not the timing of comparison, the gentle timing, the timing that knows when roots are strong enough, the timing that knows when the tide is ready, the timing that knows when the key finally fits. I trust the gentle timing of my life. I do not need to be ahead. I do not need to be faster. I do not need to copy another path. My life has its own quiet rhythm. My door has its own right moment. My heart has its own way of becoming ready. I trust the gentle timing of my life. I am not empty while I wait. This can change the whole feeling of the hallway. I am not empty while I wait. You still have breath. You still have love inside you. You still have wisdom from everything you have lived. You still have the ability to choose one kind thought. You still have the power to soften your body. You still have the chance to bless this moment. I am not empty while I wait. I am full of lessons. I am full of quiet strength. I am full of dreams that still matter. I am full of tenderness. I am full of life moving through me. I am not waiting as someone with nothing. I am waiting as someone becoming richer inside. I allow life to surprise me with a better door. Let your heart open just a little. I allow life to surprise me with a better door. Not because the old dream was wrong to want, not because your desire did not matter, but because life may have a kinder way, a wider way, a calmer way, a way that your fear could not imagine because it was too busy trying to survive. I allow life to surprise me with a better door. I release the belief that I know every possible blessing. I release the need to control the shape of good. I stay open to support, love, peace, clarity, and new beginnings in forms I have not yet seen. Life can still surprise me. Good can still arrive. I return to myself while I wait. Say this as a homecoming. I return to myself while I wait. Instead of losing yourself in the question, you come back to your breath. Instead of chasing every sign, you come back to your heart. Instead of measuring your worth by what has not opened yet, you come back to the truth that you are already enough. I return to myself while I wait. I return to my body. I return to my peace. I return to my own loving voice. I return to the quiet place inside that does not need to beg. I return to the part of me that still knows I am guided. I return to myself, and in returning, I become ready. The door that belongs to my peace can, pen in peace. Let this be the final gentle wave for this first block. The door that belongs to my peace can open in peace. It does not need chaos to prove it is powerful. It does not need panic to prove it is important. It does not need fear to make it real. What belongs to peace can come through peace. The door that belongs to my peace can open in peace. I do not chase it with a frightened heart. I do not force it with tired hands. I do not demand it before it's time. I breathe. I soften. I listen. I trust. Life is not ignoring me. It is preparing the right door. And I am becoming ready to walk through it with a calm heart, open hands, and a spirit that remembers it was never forgotten. And now, as those words settle inside you, imagine this waiting place in a softer way, not as a mistake, not as a punishment, not as proof that life has passed you by. Imagine it as a quiet hallway between two doors. One door is behind you. Maybe it is already closed. Maybe part of you is still looking back at it. Maybe you remember how badly you wanted it to open, how much hope you placed there, how many nights you wondered if one more try, one more prayer, one more push, one more message, one more effort would finally make it move. But that door did not open in the way your heart wanted, and that hurt. Let that be true without making it your whole story. A closed door can leave an echo. It can leave a question in the chest. It can make the heart ask, was I not enough? Did I miss something? Did life forget me? But sometimes the door behind you was never meant to be your home. Sometimes it was only meant to show you where you were still willing to shrink. Sometimes it was only meant to show you where you were asking for love from a place that could not give it. Sometimes it was only meant to bring you to this hallway, this quiet space, this sacred middle where you begin to hear your own soul again. Take a slow breath. You are not standing here empty. You are standing here changing. The hallway between two doors can feel lonely at first. There is no clear arrival yet. There is no loud sign yet. There may be no one clapping for the courage it takes to wait without knowing. But the hallway has its own kind of wisdom. It is the place where your eyes adjust to a new kind of light. It is the place where your hands slowly stop reaching backward. It is the place where your breathing begins to change. It is the place where life whispers, before you enter what is next, come back to yourself. Maybe the hallway is where you stop asking the old door to choose you. Maybe the hallway is where you stop treating delay like rejection. Maybe the hallway is where you learn that your peace is not a small thing. It is a guide. It is a lantern. It is one of the ways life speaks to you. Let that sink in. Let it rest in your heart. There is another door ahead, but it may not look the way your mind expected. It may not be the shape you drew when fear was trying to survive. It may not open through the person you thought, the plan you wanted, the timing you demanded, or the path you kept checking. It may be quieter than that. It may open with a calm feeling in your body. It may open through a small idea that keeps returning. It may open through a gentle ending that finally gives you space. It may open through rest, through self-respect, through one honest no, through one soft yes, through a new kind of courage that does not need to shout. And this is why you do not have to rush through the hallway. The hallway is not wasted time. It is where your inner key is being formed. Not a metal key, not something outside you. A key made of trust, a key made of patience, a key made of self-worth, a key made of the brave moment when you stop knocking on what hurts you. A key made of the gentle decision to believe that life may still be kind to you, even when one door did not open. The old you may have thought the key was more effort, more proving, more chasing, more trying to become pleasing enough, perfect enough, useful enough, lovable enough. But the new key is different. The new key is peace. The new key is softness without self-abandonment. The new key is knowing that you do not need to enter any room where your soul cannot breathe. Breathe again. There is nothing you need to force right now. You may have spent so long believing that if something was meant for you, you had to hold it tightly. But sometimes what is meant for you needs your hands open, not clenched. Sometimes the right door can only be touched by a heart that has stopped fighting every closed one. Sometimes life waits until you are no longer willing to crawl through a doorway that was never built for your dignity. This is not because you are being judged. It is because you are being loved in a deeper way than fear understands. There are doors that open quickly but lead back to old pain. There are doors that look beautiful but ask for too much of your nervous system. There are doors that promise belonging but make you feel like you must disappear to stay. And then there are doors that open slowly, but when they do, you recognize the feeling. Your breath deepens. Your body does not brace. Your heart does not feel like it has to beg. Something inside says, "This is different. This does not take me away from myself." That is the kind of door your soul is learning to choose. So if you are in the hallway tonight, do not curse the hallway. Sit down gently in it. Lean your back against the wall if you need to. Let your hands rest open. Let your breathing become slow. Let yourself stop pretending you are not tired. Let yourself stop performing strength. Let yourself be tender here. The hallway is not where life forgets you. The hallway is where life teaches you to stop forgetting yourself. It teaches you to notice your own heartbeat, your own needs, your own inner voice, your own quiet no, your own quiet yes. It teaches you that a door is not right just because it opens. It teaches you that being chosen by the wrong thing can feel like relief at first, but it may cost you your peace later. It teaches you to wait for the door that does not require you to leave your spirit behind. Maybe this is why the door has not opened yet. Not because you are unworthy, not because life is ignoring you, not because you are too late, but because the door that matches your becoming is not opened by panic. It is opened by readiness. It is opened by alignment. It is opened by the version of you who can receive without fear, choose without chasing, and enter without shrinking. Let your heart hear that. You are not being held back from love. You are being prepared for love that feels safe. You are not being held back from peace. You are being taught how to stop choosing what disturbs it. You are not being held back from your next chapter. You are being softened, strengthened, and gathered. So when the right door opens, you do not walk through it as someone desperate to be saved. You walk through it as someone who finally knows, I was worthy before this door opened. I am worthy as I enter, and I will remain worthy wherever life leads me next. I trust the door that is forming beyond my fear. Let that be the first deeper breath. I trust the door that is forming beyond my fear. My fear can only show me what it remembers. It can only point to old pain, old endings, old disappointments, old moments when I felt unseen. But life is wider than my fear. Life can prepare what my fear cannot picture. Life can open what my fear never knew to ask for. I trust the door that is forming beyond my fear. I do not need my mind to control every detail before I feel safe. I do not need fear to approve of the future before I let myself soften. Something kind can be forming outside the small circle of my worry. Something peaceful can be finding its way toward me. Something honest can be getting ready to meet me. I release the belief that silence means nothing is happening. Say it slowly. I release the belief that silence means nothing is happening. Silence is not always empty. Silence can be preparation. Silence can be protection. Silence can be life, clearing the noise so you can hear what is true. Silence can be the soft space before the next door opens. I release the belief that silence means nothing is happening. I no longer use quiet seasons as proof against myself. I no longer call myself forgotten just because the answer is not loud. I allow silence to become a place of trust. I allow the quiet to hold me. I allow my heart to rest without needing constant signs. I am guided by what brings my spirit back to peace. Let this become a compass. I am guided by what brings my spirit back to peace, not by pressure, not by panic, not by the fear of missing out, not by the voice that says I must hurry or nothing good will remain. I am guided by peace. I am guided by the feeling that allows my breath to deepen. I am guided by what helps me return to myself. I am guided by what brings my spirit back to peace. If something makes me abandon my truth, I can pause. If something makes me chase from fear, I can step back. If something makes me feel small, I can listen to that feeling. My peace is not an accident. My peace is a message. My peace is part of the key. I do not need to open a door that costs me my tenderness. Let this be strong and soft at the same time. I do not need to open a door that costs me my tenderness. I do not need to become hard to survive the next chapter. I do not need to silence the gentle part of me to be accepted. I do not need to trade my kindness for a place in a room that does not honor my heart. I do not need to open a door that costs me my tenderness. My softness is not weakness. My sensitivity is not a mistake. My heart is not too much. The right door will not make me hate the very parts of me that are sacred. The right door will have space for my tenderness. It will not turn my love into a burden. I allow life to remove what cannot walk with my future. This may feel like grief and freedom together. I allow life to remove what cannot walk with my future. Some things can only travel with an older version of me. Some patterns can only survive when I forget my worth. Some connections can only stay if I keep betraying my peace. But I am growing now. I am listening now. I am choosing more gently now. I allow life to remove what cannot walk with my future. I do not fight every release. I do not chase every ending. I do not ask every closed door to explain itself tonight. If something cannot grow with the peace I am becoming, I let it leave softly. I let life make room. I let the space become sacred. I am safe when the familiar falls away. Breathe into this one. I am safe when the familiar falls away. The familiar is not always the same as the right thing. Sometimes fear chooses what it knows, even when what it knows hurts. Sometimes the body reaches for old patterns because they feel normal, not because they feel peaceful. But you can learn a new safety now. I am safe when the familiar falls away. I can release old tension. I can release old chasing. I can release old rooms where I had to perform to be loved. I can stand in the open space and still be held. I can let the old shape dissolve while the new shape forms. I am safe in the gentle unknown. What is meant for my growth will not require my self-betrayal. Let this one go deep. What is meant for my growth will not require my self-betrayal. Growth may ask for courage. It may ask for honesty. It may ask me to stretch beyond what I have known, but it will not ask me to abandon my soul. It will not ask me to make my pain smaller so others can stay comfortable. It will not ask me to say yes when every honest part of me is whispering no. What is meant for my growth will not require my self-betrayal. I can grow without disappearing. I can love without losing myself. I can receive without begging. I can enter new doors without leaving my truth outside. My growth is sacred. My peace is sacred. My heart is sacred. I am becoming the person who can receive calmly. Say it like a soft training for your inner world. I am becoming the person who can receive calmly. I do not need to panic when good comes close. I do not need to question every blessing until it becomes heavy. I do not need to push away kindness because old pain taught me not to trust. I can receive slowly. I can receive safely. I can receive with a steady heart. I am becoming the person who can receive calmly. My hands can open without fear. My breath can deepen when support arrives. My body can learn that good does not always leave. My heart can learn that peace does not have to be chased. I am practicing receiving in a new way, gently, honestly, calmly. There is a door that fits the truth of who I am now. Let this rise inside you. There is a door that fits the truth of who I am now. Not the old me who accepted crumbs, not the old me who believed love had to hurt, not the old me who confused anxiety with passion, pressure with purpose, and exhaustion with worth. There is a door that fits who I am now. There is a door that fits the truth of who I am now. A door for my healing, a door for my peace, a door for my honest voice, a door for the life that does not need me to pretend. I do not need to keep reaching for places that only know the old version of me. The right door will recognize the person I am becoming. I give my heart permission to stop fighting the closed door. This one may feel like tears. I give my heart permission to stop fighting the closed door. I know you wanted it. I know you hoped. I know you stood there with so much love in your hands. I know you thought if it opened, everything would finally feel safe. But your heart is allowed to stop fighting now. I give my heart permission to stop fighting the closed door. I can stop pulling on what does not move. I can stop making the silence my enemy. I can stop asking a locked place to prove my worth. I can gather my love back into my own chest. I can say, that door may not have opened, but my life is still open. I am not being denied. I am being redirected with care. Let this become the peak of trust. I am not being denied. I am being redirected with care, not thrown away, not ignored, not punished, redirected, gently turned, quietly guided, lovingly moved away from what cannot hold the fullness of my becoming. Life is not taking from me to empty me. Life may be clearing space to meet me more truly. I am not being denied. I am being redirected with care. If something did not stay, it does not mean I am unlovable. If something did not open, it does not mean I am unwanted. If something changed, it does not mean my good is gone. I can let redirection become a form of protection. I can trust that life may be guiding me toward a door that feels less like fear and more like home. And if your heart trembles here, breathe. Let these words hold the part of you that still wonders if you deserved the closing. You did not deserve confusion. You did not deserve to beg. You did not deserve a door that made you forget your own light. You did not deserve to live in the ache of almost being chosen. You deserved peace then. You deserve peace now. You will always deserve a door that can meet you with honesty. If you are still wondering whether you deserve this peace, you do. You always have. Before the door opens, you deserve peace. Before the answer comes, you deserve peace. Before anyone understands your path, you deserve peace. Before anything changes outside you, you are allowed to stop turning against yourself inside. I am worthy of being met without chasing. Say it with your whole heart, even if it begins as a whisper. I am worthy of being met without chasing. I am worthy of doors that open with respect. I am worthy of support that does not make me feel ashamed for needing it. I am worthy of love that does not make me audition every day. I am worthy of opportunities that honor my energy. I am worthy of being met without chasing. I do not need to run after what keeps running from me. I do not need to prove my value to what refuses to see it. I do not need to exhaust my spirit to be chosen. The right door can meet me. The right path can meet me. The right support can meet me in a way that feels calm and real. I let the old urgency melt out of my body. Let your body receive this. I let the old urgency melt out of my body. The old hurry, the old pressure, the old fear that if I do not act right now, everything will disappear. The old panic that makes my shoulders rise and my stomach tighten. I let it soften. I let it melt. I let it drain away like warm rain sliding from a window. I let the old urgency melt out of my body. I do not have to rush to be safe. I do not have to grip life to be supported. I do not have to live as if every delay is danger. My body can learn a new rhythm, slow, soft, steady, present. I can move when it is time. I can rest when rest is needed. The door that is for me will not be confused by my healing. This is a tender truth. The door that is for me will not be confused by my healing. It will not reject me because I am still learning. It will not mock the places where I am tender. It will not demand that I pretend I have never been hurt. It will not require me to become perfect before I am welcomed. The door that is for me will not be confused by my healing. It can make room for the real me, the becoming me, the softer me, the wiser me, the me who is learning to breathe after carrying too much. I do not need to hide my healing journey from what is meant to support my peace. I trust the blessing that arrives without breaking me. Say this slowly. I trust the blessing that arrives as without breaking me. A true blessing does not need to destroy my nervous system. A true blessing does not need to make me question my worth every day. A true blessing does not need to feel like a storm I must survive. It can feel steady. It can feel gentle. It can feel like my heart finally has room. I trust the blessing that arrives without breaking me. I welcome good that supports my inner wellness. I welcome good that helps me breathe. I welcome good that allows my body to rest and restore. I welcome good that does not make me choose between peace and love. I trust the blessing that feels safe to receive. I am allowed to outgrow what I once prayed for. This may bring a deep release. I am allowed to outgrow what I once prayed for. Your desire was honest then. Your longing was real. Your hope mattered. But you have changed. Your heart has learned. Your spirit has become more aware. You are allowed to realize that something you once wanted no longer fits the peace you need now. I am allowed to outgrow what I once prayed for. I do not have to stay loyal to an old desire just because I held it for a long time. I do not have to keep wanting what my soul has gently released. I can honor the old prayer and still welcome a new answer. I can say, I wanted that then, but now I am ready for what truly fits me. I am protected from doors that only open to the wounded version of me. Let this be powerful. I am protected from doors that only open to the wounded version of me. There are doors that love your insecurity because it makes you easier to control. There are doors that welcome your fear because fear will keep you quiet. There are doors that open only when you forget how much you matter. But those doors are not your home. I am protected from doors that only open to the wounded version of me. I do not need to return to places that require my pain as payment. I do not need to enter rooms where the healed parts of me are not welcome. I choose doors that can meet my wholeness. I choose doors that do not need me broken to belong. I can be patient without losing hope. Say this like a steady flame. I can be patient without losing hope. Patience does not mean giving up. Waiting does not mean closing my heart. Resting does not mean nothing is happening. I can be patient and still believe in good. I can be quiet and still trust the next opening. I can slow down and still move with life. I can be patient without losing hope. Hope can sit beside me in the hallway. Hope can breathe with me. Hope can be small and still real. Hope can be a little warm place in the chest. Hope can be one gentle thought that says, there may be another way. I can be patient without losing hope. I no longer mistake struggle for proof that something is meant for me. Let this wisdom settle. I no longer mistake struggle for proof that something is meant for me. Not everything that is hard is sacred. Not everything that hurts is destiny. Not every chase is love. Not every battle is purpose. Sometimes struggle is only struggle. Sometimes the soul is saying, this is too heavy. This is not the way. I no longer mistake struggle for proof that something is meant for me. I can honor effort without worshiping pain. I can work with love without living in exhaustion. I can choose a door that asks for courage but not constant suffering. I allow ease to be possible. I allow peace to be a sign. I allow support to be real. My next chapter can begin gently. This is a soft opening. My next chapter can begin gently. It does not have to arrive like thunder. It does not have to scare me into movement. It does not have to pull me suddenly from everything I know. It can begin like morning light touching the floor, like a small breath after crying, like a quiet idea that keeps returning, like a feeling of readiness I did not have before. My next chapter can begin gently. I do not need drama to know life is moving. I do not need chaos to prove change is real. I can allow gentle change. I can allow slow change. I can allow a peaceful beginning. My next chapter can come softly, and I can meet it with an open heart. I am allowed to trust what feels calm. Say this to the part of you that has known too much chaos. I am allowed to trust what feels calm. If I am used to storms, peace may feel unfamiliar at first. If I am used to chasing, being met may feel strange. If I am used to proving, receiving may feel too easy. But calm does not mean boring. Calm can mean safe. Calm can mean align. Calm can mean true. I am allowed to trust what feels calm. I do not need anxiety to confirm love. I do not need pressure to confirm purpose. I do not need confusion to confirm importance. I can trust the steady feeling. I can trust the kind feeling. I can trust the door that lets me breathe. I bless the space that is being cleared for me. Let your heart look at the emptiness differently. I bless the space that is being cleared for me. Empty space is not always loss. Empty space can be invitation. Empty space can be room for a new table, a new voice, a new breath, a new path, a new way of being. What left may have created space for what can truly stay. I bless the space that is being cleared for me. I do not fill every empty place with fear. I do not run back to what drained me just because the space feels quiet. I allow the room to remain open. I allow life to prepare it. I allow my heart to become comfortable with space before the next blessing arrives. I am learning the difference between delay and denial. This is wisdom you can carry. I am learning the difference between delay and denial. Delay can feel like no, but it is not always no. Delay can be life adjusting the timing. Delay can be life preparing the path. Delay can be life helping me become steady enough to receive. Denial closes the story. Delay may be shaping it. I am learning the difference between delay and denial. I do not need to panic just because something has not arrived yet. I do not need it to turn waiting into despair. I can breathe into the space between asking and receiving. I can trust that some doors need the right season. Some doors need the right strength. Some doors need the right peace. I am no longer available for doors that require me to disappear. Say this with quiet power. I am no longer available for doors that require me to disappear. I am not here to become invisible in my own life. I am not here to earn love by erasing my needs. I am not here to keep peace by losing myself. I am here to live with an open heart and a truthful spirit. I am no longer available for doors that require me to disappear. I choose spaces where my voice can exist. I choose paths where my body can breathe. I choose connections where my softness is honored. I choose opportunities that do not ask me to abandon my own soul. I choose the door where I can enter whole. Life can be preparing more than I asked for. Let this expand the heart. Life can be preparing more than I asked for. Maybe your prayer was shaped by pain. Maybe your request was only for relief. Maybe you asked for the door that seemed safest because you could not imagine anything wider. But life may be preparing a kind of peace you did not know how to name. Life can be preparing more than I asked for. More calm, more truth, more space, more dignity, more support, more inner freedom, more ability to love yourself inside the next chapter. I do not limit life to my old fear. I allow goodness to be wiser than my plan. I am safe to stop rehearsing disappointment. Say this to the mind that keeps preparing for pain. I am safe to stop rehearsing disappointment. I know the mind thinks it is protecting me. I know it wants to practice the worst, so I will not be shocked. But rehearsing pain does not make me safer. It only makes my body tired before anything happens. I am safe to stop rehearsing disappointment. I can prepare with wisdom without living in fear. I can be realistic without being cruel to myself. I can leave room for good. I can let my mind practice peace instead of loss. I can imagine the door opening gently. I can imagine myself walking through with calm. I am being led into a life that does not need my fear to survive. Let this one rest in the deepest part of you. I am being led into a life that does not need my fear to survive. Fear may have helped me get through old seasons. It may have kept me alert. It may have tried to protect me in the only way it knew. But I do not need to live there forever. I can thank fear and choose a softer guide. I am being led into a life that does not need my fear to survive. A life where peace can lead, a life where love can guide, a life where I can choose from trust more often than tension, a life where my body can rest and my heart can open slowly. I am being led gently. I am being led wisely. I am being led with care. I trust that the right door will recognize my peace. And know you let this be the strongest wave of this section. I trust that the right door will recognize my peace. I do not need to arrive broken. I do not need to arrive begging. I do not need to arrive proving that I am worthy of entrance. I can arrive with my breath, with my truth, with my quiet strength. with my heart open but not abandoned. I trust that the right door will recognize my peace. The right door does not need my panic. The right door does not need my performance. The right door does not need the old version of me who said yes when everything inside was tired. The right door will recognize my peace because peace is part of the invitation. Peace is part of the key. Peace is how I will know. Let that sink in. Let it rest in your heart. You are not waiting to become worthy. You are worthy while you wait. You are not waiting to become loved. You are loved while you wait. You are not waiting to become safe. There is safety available in this breath, in this moment, in this soft return to yourself. The right door is not looking for the version of you who can suffer the most. The right door is not looking for the version of you who can chase the longest. The right door is not looking for the version of you who can betray yourself with a smile. The right door is preparing for the version of you who has remembered gently and deeply that you are allowed to enter life without leaving yourself behind. Now let everything become quieter. Let this moment be just for you. There is nothing you need to do right now, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to hold together with tired hands. Everything can wait for a little while. The questions can wait. The plans can wait. The old door can wait. The next door can wait. Right now, you are here. And here is enough. Take a slow breath in. Let it enter gently. And let it go. Again, breathe in slowly. Let the breath move like warm water through the chest and release. There is no rush. Your body does not have to hurry toward peace. Your heart does not have to perform calm. Just breathe and let the breath be a small kindness you give yourself. Let your forehead soften. Let the space around your eyes soften. Let your jaw loosen just a little. Let your tongue rest. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Let the hands become open, even if only slightly. You are safe here. You are allowed to pause here. You are allowed to stop reaching for the handle. For this moment, there is no door you need to open. There is no answer you need to pull closer. There is no future you need to solve. Just breathe. Let the breath come in like a quiet tide. Let it leave like the tide moving back to sea, in and out, receiving, releasing, receiving, releasing. If the mind is still busy, that is okay. Do not fight it. Let the thoughts pass like small clouds crossing a wide evening sky. You do not need to follow every cloud. You do not need to name every cloud. You can stay with the sky. You can stay with the breath. You can stay with the quiet place beneath the thoughts. Breathe in. Let your chest gently rise. Breathe out. Let your body become heavier. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not being asked to carry this night alone. Let your attention move down to your heart, not to fix it, not to ask it for answers, just to sit with it. Your heart has been trying so hard. It has hoped. It has waited. It has loved. It has been disappointed and still stayed tender. It has carried questions and still kept beating. So place a soft feeling around your heart now, like a warm cloth, like morning sunlight, like a gentle hand saying, "You can rest now. I am here." Breathe into the heart and release. Breathe into the heart and release. Let the heart know it does not have to knock tonight. Let the heart know it does not have to chase tonight. Let the heart know it does not have to understand everything tonight. There is nothing you need to do right now. Everything can wait. Just breathe. Now let the breath move lower into the belly. Let the belly soften if it can. This is where many fears try to live. The fear of not knowing, the fear of being late, the fear of making the wrong choice, the fear that life has forgotten your name. Let the belly know it is safe to soften a little. You do not have to push the fear away. You can simply breathe around it. You can make space. You can say, "I see you. You have tried to protect me, but tonight I am choosing rest." Breathe in, let the belly receive. Breathe out, let the belly release. Again, breathe in. There is space. Breathe out. There is softness. Let that sink in. Let it rest in your heart. You do not need to live braced for the next disappointment. You do not need to keep your body tight so life knows you care. You do not need to stay tense to be responsible. You can be gentle and still be wise. You can be calm and still be ready. You can rest and still be guided. Now bring your attention to your legs. Let them grow heavy. Let the thighs soften. Let the knees release. Let the calves become loose. Let the feet feel supported. Your feet do not need to run tonight. They do not need to chase a door. They do not need to prove your place in life. They can rest. They can be held by the floor, the bed, the earth beneath everything. Let the feet feel the quiet strength of roots beneath the earth. Roots do not rush. Roots do not ask why no one can see them. Roots simply deepen. They hold. They trust the dark soil while the tree is still becoming. Let your feet rest like roots. Let your legs rest like roots. Let your whole body remember that stillness can be strength. Breathe in, quiet strength. Breathe out, soft release. Breathe in, quiet strength. Breathe out, soft release. There is no need to force peace. Let peace arrive in small pieces, one breath, one loosened muscle, one softer thought, one moment where you stop blaming yourself, one moment where you remember that life is not ignoring you, one moment where you let the right door be prepared without your fear standing guard. Now imagine very gently that you are standing in the hallway again. But this time, it does not feel as cold. It does not feel as empty. There is a softness in the air, a warm, dim glow along the walls, a quiet floor beneath your feet. You are not standing there with clenched hands anymore. You are standing with your palms open. You are breathing. You are not begging the old door. You are not forcing the next one. You are simply present. And in this quiet hallway, you begin to feel something you could not feel before. You are not alone here. Your own breath is with you. Your own heart is with you. Your own spirit is with you. Life is with you in ways that do not need to be loud. Let that be enough for this moment. Let this hallway become a place of rest. Let this waiting become a place of return. Let this breath become a doorway back into peace. Breathe in slowly. Hold the breath gently for a small moment and release. Again, breathe in, hold softly, and release. One more time, breathe in. Let the body receive. Hold gently and release everything you do not need to carry right now. Release the question, when? Release the question, why not yet? Release the question, what is wrong with me? Release the old thought that says you must hurry to be chosen. Release the fear that a closed door has the final word. Let it all fall away from your shoulders. Let it all slide from your hands. Let it all become less heavy now. If any part of you still wants to hold on, speak to that part gently. Do not push it. Do not shame it. Say, I know you are afraid. I know you wanted proof. I know you wanted the answer tonight. But we are safe enough to rest. We are safe enough to wait softly. We are safe enough to trust one breath at a time. You are safe enough to rest. You are safe enough to wait softly. You are safe enough to trust one breath at a time. Let that repeat inside you like a quiet song. Safe enough to rest. Safe enough to wait softly. Safe enough to trust one breath at a time. Now let the breath become even slower. No effort. No force. Just easy breathing. Let the inhale be gentle. Let the exhale be longer. Inhale, receiving calm. Exhale, releasing pressure. Inhale, receiving comfort. Exhale, releasing the need to know. Inhale, receiving softness. Exhale, releasing the old chase. Everything can wait. Just breathe. There is nothing you need to solve right now. You do not have to decide the whole future in this moment. You do not have to understand every closed door. You do not have to make your heart stronger by being hard on it. Let your heart be soft. Let your body be warm. Let your breath be simple. Let this moment hold you. If you are still wondering whether you deserve this peace, you do. You always have. You do not need to earn peace by suffering first. You do not need to earn rest by having all the answers. You do not need to earn comfort by being perfect. Peace is allowed to meet you here. Rest is allowed to meet you here. Comfort is allowed to meet you here. You deserve a breath that does not hurt. You deserve a night where your mind grows quiet. You deserve a moment where you do not have to explain your pain. You deserve to be held in tenderness. You deserve to believe that life can still open kindly. Now ask yourself softly, without pressure, without needing to write anything down, without needing to answer perfectly. What would change inside me if I stopped calling this season rejection and started calling it preparation? Let that question rest in the air. Do not chase the answer. Just let it open a little space. What would change inside me if I stopped calling this season rejection and started calling it preparation? Maybe your breath would deepen. Maybe your shoulders would soften. Maybe your heart would stop fighting itself. Maybe you would sleep a little easier tonight. Maybe you would wake tomorrow with a little less fear. Maybe you would stop staring at the old door and start listening for the quiet movement of a new one. Let the question be gentle. Let the answer come only if it wants to. There is no pressure here. Now breathe in through the nose if you can, and release through the mouth slowly. Again, breathe in and release. Again, breathe in and release. Let the body know it is allowed to rest while life arranges what is next. Let the mind know it is allowed to be quiet while wisdom gathers. Let the heart know it is allowed to be loved before the door opens. You are not ignored. You are being held in the quiet. You are not rejected. You are being redirected toward peace. You are not empty. You are becoming ready. Softly now, let these words move through you. I can rest while life prepares what is right. Let it breathe. I can soften while the next door forms. Let it breathe. I can be loved in the quiet. Let it breathe. I can stop chasing tonight. Let it breathe. I can let my body rest and restore. Let it breathe. I can invite peace into this moment. Let it breathe. I can nurture inner wellness with one gentle breath. Let it breathe. I can trust this pause without understanding it fully. Let it breathe. I can be safe here. Let it breathe. I can be held here. Let it breathe. I can be loved here. Let it breathe. Now let your whole body become heavier, the forehead soft, the eyes soft, the cheeks soft, the jaw soft, the throat soft, the shoulders soft, the arms soft, the hands soft, the chest soft, the belly soft, the hips soft, the legs soft, the feet soft, everything softening, everything slowing. everything returning to a gentler rhythm. You do not have to carry the door tonight. You do not have to carry the timing. You do not have to carry the whole path. You only need to carry this breath, and even the breath is carrying you. Let yourself be carried by the breath, by the quiet, by the softness of this moment, by the possibility that life is kinder than your fear has been saying. Breathe in, you are here. Breathe out, you are safe. Breathe in, you are loved. Breathe out, you can rest. Again, you are here. You are safe. You are loved. You can rest. Let the words become simple now. Here, safe. Loved. Rest. Here, safe. Loved. Rest. There is no need to reach, no need to prove, no need to knock, no need to know. Only this breath, only this softness, only this quiet return. And somewhere beyond what you can see, life can keep preparing. The door can keep forming. The timing can keep arranging. The path can keep softening. You do not need to watch every step. You do not need to stay awake inside your fear. You can close your inner hands. You can loosen your grip. You can trust that the right door does not disappear because you rest. The right door does not disappear because you rest. The right door does not disappear because you rest. The right door does not disappear because you finally let your heart sleep. So breathe. Let this moment be just for you. Let this stillness be enough. Let your body feel the gift of not needing to do anything right now. Everything can wait. The questions can wait. The answers can wait. The door can wait. The future can wait. Your peace is here now. Your breath is here now. Your heart is here now. And for this moment, that is enough. Now, let the deepest part of you hear this. The door that is right for your soul does not need you to become smaller before it opens. It does not need you to forget your own heart. It does not need you to pretend you are not tired. It does not need you to carry a perfect face while you are quietly aching inside. The right door does not ask you to become less human. It meets you with space. It meets you with truth. It meets you with a feeling your body can recognize as peace. Breathe. Let this be the place where your heart stops apologizing for needing gentleness. I am ready to stop shrinking for doors that were never built for my peace. Say it slowly inside yourself. I am ready to stop shrinking for doors that were never built for my peace. You do not have to bend your soul into a shape that hurts. You do not have to make your needs quiet so a room will accept you. You do not have to call self-abandonment patience. You do not have to call pain destiny. I am ready to stop shrinking for doors that were never built for my peace. I can stand taller inside my own spirit. I can be soft and still choose myself. I can be loving and still walk away from what keeps wounding me. I can be open and still protect the sacred center of my heart. I am no longer asking closed places to name my value. Let that one set, datoi. I am no longer asking closed places to name my value. A door that did not open does not get to decide who you are. A person who could not see you does not get to measure your light. A season that felt slow does not get to say your life has no movement. You are not defined by what did not choose you. I am no longer asking closed places to name my value. My value is not waiting behind a locked door. My value is not hidden inside someone else's yes. My value is not delayed until life becomes easy. My value is here, quiet, real, steady, breathing with me now. The right opening will not make me question my own heart. Feel the strength in that. The right opening will not make me question my own heart. It may ask you to grow. It may ask you to be brave. It may ask you to step forward with honesty, but it will not make you live in constant confusion. It will not make you beg for simple kindness. It will not make you feel like your tenderness is a problem. The right opening will not make me question my own heart. It will feel like a deeper breath, even if it is new. It will feel like the body saying, I can stand here. It will feel like the soul saying, I do not have to leave myself outside. The right opening will not steal your inner voice. It will help you hear it more clearly. I choose the door where my nervous system can exhale. Let your body hear that. I choose the door where my nervous system can exhale. Not the door that keeps me alert every second. Not the door that makes my chest tighten. Not the door that makes my mind create 100 reasons why I must keep proving myself. I choose the door where my body can know rest. I choose the door where my nervous system can exhale. I choose what feels steady. I choose what feels kind. I choose what allows me to be honest. I choose the place where my peace is not treated like an inconvenience. I choose the door where I can breathe without asking permission. And if a part of you doubts this, let it be here. You do not need to force belief. You do not need to push doubt away. Let doubt sit beside you like a tired child. Let it be held too. You can believe softly. You can trust slowly. You can let one small part of you open while another part is still afraid. I can be afraid and still be guided. This is powerful. I can be afraid and still be guided. Fear does not cancel guidance. Fear does not mean you have failed. Fear does not mean you are moving backward. Sometimes fear only means you are standing near a new kind of freedom, and the old self does not know how to enter it yet. I can be afraid and still be guided. I can tremble and still take one loving step. I can feel unsure and still listen inward. I can have questions and still be held by life. I do not need to become fearless before peace can meet me. I only need to be gentle with the fear and let love lead anyway. I am worthy before the door opens. Let this be the center of your here. I am worthy before the door opens. Not after, not when everything changes, not when someone finally understands, not when the answer arrives. Before, here, now, in this waiting, in this breath, in this soft and honest moment, I am worthy before the door opens. I was worthy when I cried. I was worthy when I hoped. I was worthy when I did not know what to do next. I was worthy when I had to begin again. I am not becoming worthy through the door. I am bringing my worth with me when I enter. You are enough in the quiet. You are enough in the waiting. You are enough before the yes. You are enough before the sign. You are enough before the change. Let those words move slowly through you. You are enough in the quiet. You are enough in the waiting. You are enough before the yes. You are enough before the sign. You are enough before the change. Nothing outside you needs to hurry for this truth to become real. It is already real. Your heart may only be learning to feel it now. I will not mistake a closed door for a closed life. Say this with a deeper breath. I will not mistake a closed door for a closed life. One ending is not the end of your story. One silence is not the whole message. One delay is not a final answer. One disappointment is not the shape of your future. Your life is wider than what did not open. I will not mistake a closed door for a closed life. There are still paths I have not walked. There are still people I have not met. There are still forms of peace I have not felt. There are still mornings that may surprise me with gentleness. I do not hand my future to one closed door. My life is still open. I allow the next blessing to come in a way my fear did not plan. Let this one open something inside you. I allow the next blessing to come in a way my fear did not plan. Fear likes to make narrow maps. Fear says, it must be this way or nothing can happen. But your life is not limited to the map fear drew. Good can come through another road. Peace can come through another answer. Support can come through a quiet path you have not noticed yet. I allow the next blessing to come in a way my fear did not plan. I do not need to grip one outcome so tightly that I miss the door opening softly beside me. I do not need to control every shape of good. I can let life be creative. I can let love be wider. I can let peace arrive in a form that feels new. I am not here to chase. I am here to receive with dignity. Let that phrase stand tall inside you. I am not here to chase. I am here to receive with dignity. You can desire deeply without losing yourself. You can care without begging. You can hope without reaching toward what keeps hurting you. You can be open without becoming desperate. I am not here to chase. I am here to receive with dignity. My love has dignity. My waiting has dignity. My healing journey has dignity. My next step has dignity. I do not run after what makes me she or get my worth. I open to what can meet me with respect. The right door will not punish me for needing time. This is for the part of you that feels slow. The right door will not punish me for needing time. It will not shame the process that brought you here. It will not ask why you did not arrive sooner. It will not make your tenderness wrong. It will not require a version of you that does not exist. The right door will not punish me for needing time. It will have room for your becoming. It will honor the strength you built quietly. It will meet the wisdom that came from the waiting. It will understand that you did not waste time. You were gathering yourself. You were learning how to enter whole. I forgive myself for the doors I begged to open. Let this be a deep release. I forgive myself for the doors I begged to open. You did what you knew then. You reached from a place that wanted safety. You hoped from a place that wanted love. You tried from a place that wanted the pain to stop. You do not need to shame the older version of you who was doing their best. I forgive myself for the doors I begged to open. I forgive the part of me that stayed too long. I forgive the part of me that confused waiting with love. I forgive the part of me that thought being chosen would finally make me whole. I gather that part of me close now. I tell that part, you were always worthy. You were always loved. You can come home now. I call my energy back from what could not receive it. Say this like a homecoming. I call my energy back from what could not receive it. Every thought I left at the old door, I call it back. Every hope I placed in a place that could not hold it, I call it back. Every piece of my peace that I gave away while waiting to be chosen, I call it back. I call my energy back from what could not receive it. I bring my love back into my own heart. I bring my attention back into this breath. I bring my worth back into my own hands. I am not scattered across old doors anymore. I am returning. I am gathering. I am becoming whole inside myself. I no longer need the wrong door to understand me. Let this bring freedom. I no longer need the wrong door to understand me. You do not need every ending to explain itself. You do not need every person to see what they could not see. You do not need the past to agree with your future before you move forward. You do not need the old door to bless your departure. I no longer need the wrong door to understand me. I can release without being fully understood. I can grow without being approved. I can step away without proving my pain. I can choose peace Even if the old door stays silent, I can let my own heart understand me. That is enough. My next chapter can hold the healed version of me. Feel the beauty of that. My next chapter can hold the healed version of me. Not the perfect version, not the finished version, the more honest version, the softer version, the wiser version, the version who is learning not to abandon herself. The version who knows peace is not too much to ask for. My next chapter can hold the healed version of me. It can hold my voice. It can hold my boundaries. It can hold my tenderness. It can hold my need for rest. It can hold my desire for calm love, honest support, and a life that does not keep asking me to survive. My next chapter can hold more of me than the old one ever could. I trust the door that opens when I am no longer willing to betray my peace. Let this be one of the strongest truths. I trust the door that opens when I am no longer willing to betray my peace. Maybe the right door had to wait for this version of you. The version who can tell the difference between longing and alignment. The version who can say no without guilt. The version who can stop calling anxiety a sign. The version who can choose stillness over struggle. I trust the door that opens when I am no longer willing to betray my peace. I trust the timing that allows me to enter with self-respect. I trust the opening that meets me after I stop abandoning myself. I trust the path that begins when I finally say, my peace comes with me. I am deeply loved in the parts of my life that no one sees. Let this reach the hidden places. I am deeply loved in the parts of my life that no one sees. The private tears, the silent trying, the quiet moments when you choose not to give up, the nights when you whisper comfort to yourself, the mornings when you rise even with a heavy heart. These moments matter. They are seen by love. I am deeply loved in the parts of my life that no one sees. I do not need the world to witness every small act of courage for it to be real. I do not need attention to prove my growth. I do not need praise to make my healing sacred. The unseen parts of me are still worthy of tenderness. I let the right door find the version of me who is at peace with herself. Let this become calm power. I let the right door find the version of me who is at peace with herself. Not a version who is chasing, not a version who is begging, not a version who is trembling at every silence. A version who can sit in the quiet and know, I am still loved, I am still worthy, I am still whole. I let the right door find the version of me who is at peace with herself. I am learning that I do not need to become loud to be found. I do not need to become frantic to be guided. I do not need to become someone else to be received. I can be calm. I can be myself. I can be ready in a quiet way. I welcome a life that feels safe to my soul. Say this as the heart opens. I welcome a life that feels safe to my soul. A life where I can breathe more often. A life where I can speak honestly. a life where I can rest without guilt, a life where love does not feel like a test, a life where peace is not rare, a life where I do not have to keep proving that I deserve kindness. I welcome a life that feels safe to my soul. Welcome gentler rooms. I welcome truer paths. I welcome calm beginnings. I welcome support that does not shame me. I welcome doors that do not ask me to fight for basic respect. I welcome the kind of life where my heart can finally lay down its armor. I am allowed to be chosen by peace. Let this touch the deepest longing. I am allowed to be chosen by peace. Not only by people, not only by success, not only by visible results, by peace. I am allowed to let peace choose my next step. I am allowed to let peace choose where I place my energy. I am allowed to let peace choose what I no longer return to. I am allowed to be chosen by peace. Peace can call my name. Peace can open the next door. Peace can guide my hands away from what is not for me. Peace can help me know when to stay, when to leave, when to wait, when to receive. I am allowed to be chosen by peace, and I am allowed to choose it back. The right door knows the sound of my healed heart. This is the peak. Let it echo softly. The right door knows the sound of my healed heart. It knows the sound of a heart that no longer begs to be seen. It knows the sound of a heart that has cried, rested, softened, and returned to itself. It knows the sound of a heart that has learned the difference between being wanted and being truly welcomed. The right door knows the sound of my healed heart. It will not call me back into old pain. It will not ask me to enter as the version of me who forgot her worth. It will not open only when I am desperate. It will respond to the calm truth inside me. It will meet the part of me that is ready for peace. The right door knows the sound of my healed heart. Let it hear you breathing. Let it hear you no longer chasing. Let it hear you choosing yourself. Let it hear you resting in your own worth. Let it hear the quiet strength in your spirit. Let it hear the softness that survived. Let it hear the love you are finally giving back to yourself. You are not begging life anymore. You are not standing outside your own peace anymore. You are not leaving your heart behind to enter a door that cannot hold you. You are returning to yourself. You are becoming the opening. You are becoming the calm. You are becoming the person who can say with a quiet and steady heart, I do not need the wrong door to open. I am ready for the right one. Now let the power soften. Let the strong words become warm inside you. You do not have to hold them tightly. You do not have to repeat them with effort. Let them move through you like a song you do not need to memorize. Let them become part of the air around your heart. Let them settle into the body in their own time. Breathe. Imagine now that your life is like a quiet loom. A loom is where threads are woven into cloth. One thread alone may look small. One thread may not show the full design. But under patient hands, thread after thread begins to form something whole. Your waiting has been one thread. Your tears have been one thread. Your courage has been one thread. Your softening has been one thread. Your decision not to chase what hurts you has been one thread. And even when you could not see the pattern, something was being woven, not rushed, not wasted, not random. Something was being joined together in a way your mind could not understand, while it was still looking at only one thread. This is why you can stop calling this season empty. There is weaving happening beneath your life. There is quiet order forming from all the pieces you thought were scattered. The closed door, the long pause, the lesson, the release, the tired night, the moment you finally said, "I cannot lose myself again." None of it has to be thrown away. It can be woven into wisdom. Let that rest in your heart for a long moment. The right door is not only something outside you, it is also something being prepared inside you. The outer door and the inner readiness meet each other. Like a shell forming a pearl in the dark sea, something precious can be created in hidden pressure. Not because pain is required, not because struggle is holy by itself, but because your heart can turn even difficult seasons into depth, into compassion, into clearer knowing. You are not the same person who first stood in this hallway. You may still feel tender, but you are more honest now. You may still feel unsure, but you are more awake now. You may still have questions, but you are no longer willing to trade your whole spirit for one answer. That is growth. Quiet growth. Real growth. The kind that does not always look dramatic, but changes everything. Earlier, your heart learned that a closed door is not a closed life. Now let that become deeper. A closed door may be a line of protection drawn around your peace. It may be life saying, not through pain, not through fear, not through self-forgetting. It may be the boundary you were too tired to create for yourself. Earlier, you heard that your worth does not wait for proof. Now let that become deeper. Your worth is not a guest that arrives after success. It is the ground under your feet. It is the breath already moving through you. It is the quiet truth that remains even when plans change. You do not become worthy when the door opens. You bring your worth to the door. Earlier, you practiced resting in the space between answers. Now let that become deeper. The space between answers can become a sanctuary if you stop filling it with self-blame. You can place gentleness there. You can place slower breathing there. You can place trust there. You can place your hand on your heart and say, "This space is not against me. This space can hold me while I become ready." breathe again. Let the body take what it needs. Earlier, you remembered that not every door deserves your knocking. Now let that become deeper. Some doors teach you that your energy is sacred. Some doors teach you that wanting something does not mean it is right for your peace. Some doors teach you that longing can be real and release can still be loving. You do not have to hate the door to stop standing in front of it. Earlier, you learned that you can stop forcing what keeps hurting you. Now let that become deeper. Stopping is not failure. Resting your hands is not weakness. Turning away from pain is not giving up on love. It may be the first true act of love you give yourself. It may be the moment your soul says, "Thank you for trying. Now come home." Earlier, you heard that life can reach you in ways you did not imagine. Now let that become deeper. Your mind may keep looking for one door because it knows that door's name. But life can have doors without names yet. Doors that open through small changes. Doors that open through a simple invitation. Doors that open through the courage to rest. Doors that open when you stop wearing the old story like a heavy coat. You can take off the old story now. You can set it down. You can let it rest on the floor behind you. You do not need to carry "I am ignored" into every room. You do not need to carry "I am too late" into every morning. You do not need to carry "nothing works for me" into every prayer. You can let a new story breathe, not a loud story, not a forced story, a soft story. A story that says, life may still be preparing something kind. My heart may still be safe. The right door may still be finding its way to me. Let that be enough for now. There is another image for you here. Imagine a small harbor at night. The boats are resting. The water is dark and calm. Nothing looks like it is moving. But far beyond the shore, the tide is already turning. The boats do not pull the ocean closer. They do not shout at the water. They rest in the harbor and wait for the tide to lift them. Your heart can be like that harbor. You do not need to pull the tide. You do not need to drag the door into place. You do not need to stay awake in fear, so life remembers you. The tide knows how to return. The right door knows how to open in its season, and you can rest in the harbor of your own breath. Breathe. Longer now. Softer now. Let your breath become the harbor. Let your heart become the quiet boat. Let life move in ways you cannot see. Now bring these truths together in a simple way. You are not losing time. You are gaining clarity. You are not standing still. You are becoming steady. You are not being overlooked. You are learning not to overlook yourself. You are not empty. You are being woven into a new strength. You are not late. You are being brought into a timing that can hold your peace. And if the mind still wants proof, speak to it gently. You do not need to fight your own mind. You can say, "I hear you. I know you want proof. I know you want the door to open now, but we are learning a calmer way. We are learning to trust without hurting ourselves. We are learning to rest without giving up. This is the integration. This is where the heart stops trying to turn every word into effort. This is where the body begins to believe that peace is allowed. This is where the message moves from the mind into the breath. Life is not ignoring you. It is preparing the right door. But now those words do not need to be shouted over fear. They can be whispered to the tired places. They can be placed gently on the chest. They can become something your body hears while it softens. Life is not ignoring you. Let the body hear that. It is preparing the right door. Let the heart hear that. You do not have to force it. Let the hands hear that. You do not have to earn it by suffering. Let the nervous system hear that. You can rest while life continues. Let every hidden part of you hear that. The loom is still weaving. The pearl is still forming. The tide is still turning, and you are still held. Now you can begin to drift, not by forcing sleep, not by trying to become calm all at once, just by allowing the body to become a little heavier, a little softer, a little less interested in the thoughts that have been asking for attention. The day can move away now. The questions can move away now. The old door can fade into the distance. The next door does not need you to stand guard. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Breathe in for one, and breathe out for one. Breathe in for two, and breathe out for two. Breathe in for three, and breathe out for three. No pressure, no perfect rhythm, just a slow return to rest. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Let the scalp soften. Let the forehead become smooth. Let the little lines of worry relax. You do not need to think your way through the night. You do not need to solve the future from a tired mind. Let your eyes become heavy. Even if they are already closed, let them rest more deeply. Let the muscles around the eyes release. You have looked for signs long enough today. You have searched for answers long enough today. Your eyes can rest now. Let your cheeks soften. Let your mouth soften. Let your jaw loosen. Let the face release the story of effort. You are allowed to rest your expression. You are allowed to stop holding the face of someone who must be strong all the time. The night does not ask you to perform. The night lets you be soft. Breathe in, breathe out. Now let the neck release. Let the throat soften. If there are words you did not say, they can wait. If there are questions you wanted answered, they can wait. If there are feelings you could not explain, they are still allowed. Your throat can rest without having to make life understand tonight. Let the shoulders drop. Let the arms become heavy. Let the elbows release. Let the wrists soften, let the hands open. Your hands have tried to hold so much. Plans, hopes, people, timelines, doors, outcomes. Let the hands rest now. Let the fingers uncurl. Nothing that is truly meant for your peace will be lost because you sleep. Nothing kind disappears because you stop gripping. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Bring your attention to the chest. Let the chest become spacious. Let the breath move without being pushed. Let the heart rest in a simple rhythm. Your heart does not have to knock tonight. It does not have to ask the old door to open. It does not have to prove that it is worthy of love. Let your heart receive this. I may rest before the answer arrives. Let it repeat softly. I may rest before the answer arrives. Rest is not surrendering to defeat. Rest is allowing your whole being to be held while life continues moving in quiet ways. Now let the belly soften. Let the stomach release. Let the deep part of the body know that the unknown does not need to be carried as tension. You can be uncertain and still let the belly rest. You can be waiting and still feel supported by this moment. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out longer. Again. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out longer. Now feel the back of the body, the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Let the back release the weight of trying to carry everything alone. You were never meant to carry every question by yourself. You were never meant to hold the whole future in one tired night. Let the back be supported. Let the hips become heavy. Let the legs soften. Let the knees loosen. Let the calves rest. Let the ankles release. Let the feet become quiet. Your feet do not need to walk through the door tonight. They can rest here. They can wait here. They can be supported here. The next step can come when it comes. Tonight is not for forcing. Tonight is for softening. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Now let these final rest affirmations move through you like slow waves. I can sleep while life holds what I cannot hold tonight. Let the body hear it. I can sleep while life holds what I cannot hold tonight. Let the heart hear it. I can sleep while life holds what I cannot hold tonight. Let the mind stop reaching. The right answer can wait until my spirit is rested. The right answer can wait until my spirit is rested. You do not need to pull wisdom from exhaustion. You do not need to demand clarity from a body that only wants peace. Clarity can come softly. Tomorrow can carry what tonight does not need to solve. My dreams may become a quiet place of comfort. Let that be gentle. My dreams may become a quiet place of comfort. No force, no demand, just an invitation, a place where the heart can loosen, a place where the body can repair its tiredness, a place where your inner world may feel safe enough to let go. I allow my breathing to become slower than my worry. I allow my breathing to become slower than my worry. The worry may still be there, but it does not need to lead. The breath can become wider. The breath can become softer. The breath can become the slow path back to peace. My body is allowed to rest where my life keeps unfolding. My body is allowed to rest while my life keeps unfolding. You do not have to stay alert for every possible change. You do not have to watch the door through the night. Life can continue without your fear supervising it. Your body can rest. Your life can unfold. I place tonight into the hands of peace. I place tonight into the hands of peace. Not because everything is finished, not because every answer is here, but because your spirit deserves a gentle night. Your breath deserves room. Your body deserves softness. Your mind deserves quiet. The door that is right for me may come closer through calm. Let that sink in. The door that is right for me may come closer through calm. Not because calm controls life, but because calm helps you hear. Calm helps you notice. Calm helps you receive without pushing away the good that feels unfamiliar. I let the day leave my body. I let the day leave my body. The conversations, the worries, the waiting, the small disappointments, the things undone. Let them leave the shoulders. Let them leave the chest. Let them leave the hands. Let them leave the belly. Let them leave the feet. I welcome the softness of this night. I welcome the softness of this night. The dark can be gentle. The quiet can be kind. The bed can hold you. The breath can guide you. The stillness can be a friend. I do not need to earn rest. I do not need to earn rest. You do not have to be perfect to rest. You do not have to finish everything to rest. You do not have to understand everything to rest. Rest is allowed now. I let myself drift into the care of this moment. I let myself drift into the care of this moment. Deeper, softer, safe, less gripping, less checking, less searching, more breathing, more allowing, more peace. Now count gently with the breath. 1, the body softens. 2, the mind loosens. 3, the heart rests. 4, the hands open. 5, the breath slows. 6, the shoulders release. 7, the night becomes kind. 8, the old door fades. 9, the right door can wait. 10, you are safe to sleep. Again, softer. 1, soft body. 2, quiet mind. 3, resting heart. 4, open hands. 5, slow breath. 6, gentle release. 7, kind night. 8. Fading past. 9. Peaceful waiting. 10. Safe sleep. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. There is nothing more you need to carry into this night. Let sleep come if it wants to. Let rest come if sleep is not ready yet. Let peace come in small ways. Let your body be heavy. Let your mind be quiet. Let your heart be held. Now the words can become simpler. Soft words, slow words. Words that do not ask anything from you. Words that return again and again like gentle waves touching the shore. Life has not turned away from me. Life has not turned away from me. Even in the quiet, I am not outside the care of life. Even in the waiting, something kind may still be near. Life has not turned away from me. Yet the silence is not proof that I am alone. The pause is not proof that I am unloved. I can rest inside a softer truth. Life has not turned away from me. I can let this line stay with me. I can let it hold the tired places. I can let it become a blanket over my heart. A peaceful door can open at the right time. A peaceful door can open at the right time. Not through force, not through fear, not through panic, through calm, through readiness, through a timing that does not need to explain itself tonight. A peaceful door can open at the right time. I do not need to pull it closer. I do not need to stare at it all night. I can let it come in its own gentle way. A peaceful door can open at the right time, and until then, I can breathe. I can soften. I can be safe here. My heart can rest before life changes. My heart can rest before life changes. I do not need to wait for the whole world to move before I give myself comfort. I can be kind to myself now. My heart can rest before life changes. It can rest in this breath. It can rest in this night. It can rest in the simple truth that I am still worthy of peace. My heart can rest before life changes. Rest does not delay what is meant for me. Rest helps me receive with a softer spirit. I am no longer chasing what cannot hold me. I am no longer chasing what cannot hold me. I let the old pressure loosen. I let the old reaching soften. I let my energy return home. I am no longer chasing what cannot hold me. If something cannot meet my peace, I do not need to keep calling it mine. If something cannot welcome my truth, I do not need to enter. I am no longer chasing what cannot hold me. I choose what has room for my breath. I choose what has room for my heart. I choose what has room for the real me. The quiet can be a place of love. The quiet can be a place of love. Not every silence is abandonment. Not every pause is empty. Some quiet places are where the soul becomes calm again. The quiet can be a place of love. I can stop fearing the stillness. I can let the stillness hold me. I can let the stillness become gentle. The quiet can be a place of love. Tonight, the quiet is not against me. Tonight, the quiet can help me rest. I can receive without losing myself. I can receive without losing myself. I can let support come close without giving away my truth. I can let good enter without becoming afraid. I can receive without losing myself. I do not need to become smaller to be blessed. I do not need to become silent to be loved. I do not need to become tense to be ready. I can receive without losing myself. My hands can open. My heart can remain whole. My peace can come with me. My next step can arrive gently. My next step can arrive gently. It does not need to frighten me awake. It does not need to rush my body. It can come like a soft knowing. My next step can arrive gently. It may come as a calm thought, a quiet feeling, a simple choice, a restful yes, a peaceful no. My next step can arrive gently, and when it comes, I can meet it with breath. I can meet it with trust. I can meet it as myself. I am safe to let this night hold me. I am safe to let this night hold me. The dark can be soft. The stillness can be kind. My body can become heavy and calm. I am safe to let this night hold me. I do not have to watch over every fear. I do not have to keep the future awake in my mind. I can rest. I am safe to let this night hold me, deeper, softer, safe, held by breath, held by quiet, held by peace. The right door can find me in peace. The right door can find me in peace. It does not need my panic. It does not need my sleepless worry. It does not need my old fear. The right door can find me in peace. It can meet me when I am rested. It can meet me when I am ready. It can meet me when my heart has come home to itself. The right door can find me in peace. So I let myself rest. I let myself soften. I let myself trust the quiet work I cannot see. Life is not ignoring you. It is preparing the right door. Let those words be soft now. Not something to think about, something to rest inside. Life is not ignoring you. It is preparing the right door. And you do not have to stay awake to make it true. Let your body drift. Let your breath slow. Let your mind loosen. Let your heart be quiet. Now let everything become simple again. You are here. You are breathing. You are safe enough for this moment. You are loved in the quiet. You are allowed to rest. The old door can fade. The next door can wait. Your heart can sleep. Your body can soften. Your spirit can be held. No more reaching, no more forcing, no more proving tonight. Only breath, only softness, only the quiet truth that what is meant for your peace does not need you to lose yourself. Rest now. Let the night carry what your hands are too tired to hold. Let the right door open in the hour of peace.